This was once the heart of steel country.
Weirton Steel was the largest taxpayer in West Virginia for decades.
The steelmaker employed about 14,000 people here in the 1960s. But last month, production ended as the remaining tin mill went idle.
Workers busted their butts. Okay, they didn't do anything wrong. The government turned their back on us.
Like so many industrial communities across the Midwest, Weirton is trying to figure out how to reinvent itself. And after years spent watching this sprawling steel site shrink, residents are now tracking something new being built on the grounds, a battery plant.
I think the people here in this valley are extremely excited for it.
Hancock County Administrator Paul Zuros has deep roots in Weirton.
My family has been here for, more than 100 years now.
His father, grandparents, and great-grandparents worked for Weirton Steel. He helps maintain this museum on Main Street to tell the city's story.
Where the form factory is being built is right here. This is all form factory now.
Form Energy is building the plant, which will make cutting-edge batteries that can store power generated by clean energy sources like solar or wind.
This would not happen without the Inflation Reduction Act. It would not have happened without it.
It's one of hundreds of renewable energy and electric vehicle projects benefiting from President Joe Biden's signature climate law, which is aimed at creating new manufacturing jobs and speeding the transition to green energy. He spoke about the Form Energy plant in Chicago last year.
It's being built on the same exact site, bringing back 750 good-paying jobs, bringing back a sense of pride and hope for the future for all the people of Weirton.
Form Energy told Spectrum News the company had been interested in Weirton before the climate bill became law. But once it passed, the legislation helped to speed up the site selection process and funding. $290 million in state incentives sweeten the deal. Like in that visit to Chicago, Biden has been touring the country, highlighting how his policies are creating jobs. Earlier this month in Wisconsin, he showcased an AI data center Microsoft is building on land once set aside for a Trump administration project that never panned out.
On my watch, we make promises and we keep promises.
An analysis by Politico in 2023 found that 2/3 of the projects aided by Biden's climate law are located in Republican districts. Weirton, where Trump flags fly outside many homes, is solidly Republican. Residents we spoke with said they did not know about the connection between Biden's policies and the new plant, or they did not care.
Just because a plant comes into town, whether he had his little imprint on it, I wasn't aware of that. This is Trump country. It's very loyal and dedicated and committed.
Any of his promises that were made were not kept. And I think that, a lot of people around here who were Democrats are probably Republicans now or close to it because Trump has promised and tried to put a foot forward on the promises.
At DJ's, a well-known rib restaurant, owner Mike Sherbach said his customers do talk about the new plant, but not in a political sense.
I don't think that it's going to be established enough to affect this round of elections.
One political analyst says voters in Weirton and across the state are more focused on the immediate, like the cost of living.
While Biden is probably as pro-labor as any president in my lifetime, when that coincides with higher prices at pumps and for milk, bread, and that sort of stuff, that detracts from that overall message.
Whether voters in places like Weirton begin to credit Biden for projects like this one remains to be seen. The election is still 5 months away. The new battery plant is expected to open later this year. In Weirton, West Virginia, Taylor Popolars, Spectrum News.
Thank you for watching our YouTube channel. Let Spectrum News be your resource for balanced, in-depth political coverage, and click the subscribe button right here. You can also download our app or watch us on TV to learn more about the candidates, where they stand on the issues, and more. We'll see you then.